In this section, you will be introduced to the budget of the US government. Congress is responsible for creating the federal government's annual budget. And by the end of this section, you will have a good idea about how the federal government creates and manages its budget, the role of Congress in the budget process, the federal budget by fiscal year, and deficit and debt. As for creating the US federal government budget, every year, Congress begins work on the federal budget for the next fiscal year. The federal government fiscal year runs from October 1st of the calendar year through September 30th of the next calendar year. The annual budget of the US government covers three spending areas. One called discretionary spending, second, the interest on the debt, and third, called the mandatory spending. You can see in this image below on the screen that the mandatory spending went from 51% in 1997 to 63% in 2017. Then step 4, the budget completion or government shutdown. If Congress passes and the president signs all 12 bills by September 38th, which is the last day of the current fiscal year, then the country has a new budget in time for the start of the next fiscal year. If Congress cannot agree on 12 separate bills, it can pass an omnibus bill with funding for multiple areas. If the budget is not completed by the new fiscal year, Congress must pass a continuing resolution authorizing temporary funding at the previous year's level or face a government shutdown. In the event of a shutdown, the government stops issuing passports, closes national parks and monuments, halt NASA operations, and put many other functions on hold. When the budget process is finally completed and Congress passes a continuing resolution, then the government resumes normal operations.